Good morning. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Alex from Intellify. We are based in Singapore, so you can visit myself or my colleague at our booth 9 over there. So for us, right, we focus very much on AI unmanned solutions that's driven by experience. And we believe internally that any kind of innovation deployment or implementation are all very intentional. And what do I mean by that? First, we want to elevate the customer's experience in store so that we can have better brand engagement. Secondly, to close potential sales loop. For example, you're going to a store looking for a product, but it's not carried there or out of stock. How can you guide the customer to go to your next store, which could be about 30 steps away, to obtain the product instead of buying from your competitors? Third, how can we leverage on technology and AI to make your team's operation even more efficient and productive? And that's one of the reasons we are here. So welcome to Interactive AI. So what's Interactive AI Agent? As you can see, the lady on the left, she's not a real human. She's generated by AI. But she's a wine expert. She can recommend you white wine, red wine, whatever wine that's suitable for your upcoming event or any food pairing. In the market, it's also known as digital human or AI avatar, and we specialize in two-way communication in multiple languages. I'll share more shortly. So some of the benefits we can see over here, they can play any role, from customer-facing as a sales associate or customer service, to a back-end as an in-house trainer to support your staff training. Secondly, like I mentioned, we specialize in terms of the interaction two-way via voice. Okay, so you can speak to her verbally. And third, you can test it out over there. We support multiple languages, which means when I speak to her in Chinese or Mandarin, she responds to me in Mandarin or Chinese. If I speak to her in French or Japanese, she will respond respectively. And third, if you can't see at the bottom, consistency. I think globally, right, within the retail space, sales employee turnover at your storefront is inevitable, and it's pretty high to a certain extent. So how can we maintain a consistent level of service and knowledge every time there is a turnover of employee? With that, we can use an AI agent to support, because the information of the AI agent is consolidated, streamlined, and is always up to date. Fourth will be highly scalable. We can support in terms of any screen that you have, and even a projector screen over here. So you can imagine what agent you want, whether you want a hyper-realistic human, to an animated character like this cute little cat over here. I think it's a cat. Or even recreate a famous character like Albert Einstein. All right, so whatever you imagine, the possibility is there for AI agent. So let's be real. Here are some of our clients, HISUS. They are an aromatherapy company, and they have about 15 outlets in Singapore and another 3 outlets regionally. So they use the AI agent to support their storefront sales staff. Second, Mint Museum of Toys. They are the largest toy museum in Asia with about 50,000 toys there, and they are using it as a brand ambassador, digitalizing their ticketing office. And third, Forest Brew, they are a beverage company. They host a lot of events, and they use it as an in-house trainer for their part-time staff. Because I can't take you to Mint Museum of Toys to experience the AI agent, so I'll bring this short experience to you.
Hello there. How are you doing today? I'm the Little Prince, an explorer here at the Mint Museum of Toys. I'm here to guide you through the wonderful world of toys at the Mint Museum.
Okay, a very short one, because I have very limited time. Okay, so importantly, what is the outcome of implementing this agent? Because like I mentioned, all implementation has to be very intentional. So first, manpower optimization. So in the past, whether is it peak period or off-peak period, an employee have to station there. And thereafter, with the AI agent, they managed to reduce by 50%, where the employee will only station at the main entrance during peak hours. Second, drive curiosity. Third, data insight. I think this is very important for retailers or even tourism operators. Currently, all the small feedbacks that goes from customers to your employees are typically not fed to the management level because it's too small, I'm too busy, I have no time to tell my manager or supervisor. Any feedback that reaches the management level is usually a very huge complaint or a ginormous compliment. But data insights on ground is extremely important because we will be able to know what is the market trend, what's the market demand, do I need to adjust the type of products I'm carrying. So with that, the Mint Museum of Toys actually set up a retail store within their museum because the data told them that they have a demand of their visitors wanting to buy a toy from their museum. Oh, sorry again, it's so low. Multiple languages, later you can try over there. We have a part-time colleague on the screen that can speak to you in multiple languages. So if any of you manage to hire multilingual employees as your sales front staff, kudos to you. But this kind of stuff is really hard to find and come by. Upskill workforce, like I mentioned, we want to increase productivity. And last but not least, importantly, even at the retail storefront, your employees or the retail storefront staff are repeating the same answers to the same questions over and over again. So with an AI agent, we managed to cut this down by 70%, and the employee will be managing customers with very unique inquiry or requirement. Okay, let me quickly move on. Another unmanned solution that we work on is with Singapore Changi Airport. This is at Terminal 3. This is more of the FMCG operator. So you can see here, this is an unmanned store at Terminal 3. So some of the outcomes that we work with them will be accessibility. So before the implementation of this unmanned store, they receive tons of complaints when the staff go on lunch break, toilet break, or after their office hour. The airport receive complaint. Why is your store not open? I'm trying to buy a drink, I'm trying to buy a snack. Why is it not open? So with this technology, they are able to operate 24/7 with minimal requirement in terms of your manpower reliance. So like I mentioned, continuous sales. They manage to capture the sales after 1 a.m., which is when their shift actually ends. Because of the demographics of their client, we also implemented unmanned alcohol fridge that verifies your ID and your age accurately before you're allowed to buy alcohol. Okay, sorry, again, a bit low, but now with this capacity, right, the employee over there don't have to do cashiering. Instead, they will just chit-chat with the customers and find out what exactly they require before they board the plane, whether it's USB cables, some snacks or drinks. And instead of restocking blindly, now they have the data to know what to restock. And again, like I mentioned, manpower optimization, they are able to operate 24/7 with a lot lesser manpower for this particular store. Okay, to sum up, our solutions, we focus on unmanned solutions that focus on experience. Okay, the first one is interactive AI agent. The second one is AI unmanned brick and mortar solution. We also work with companies to redesign the job after technology implementation. And last but not least, workshops and trainings. So why work with us? Because despite this word, unmanned solution, we are very experience driven. Okay, we are the very first one that pioneered the unmanned stores, and we have pretty strong partnerships. And last but not least, we know what retailers require. All right, so this is the end of my sharing. Feel free to scan this QR code, and feel free to reach out to me or my colleague at booth 9. Thank you.